Greetings of the day, dear friends and students. In last lecture, we have seen about the equilibrium. We have near about studied about all the definitions and the concepts that is required to come across the equilibrium. And now, in this particular session, what we are going to do is that we are going to study a problem, how to calculate or how to solve a problem related to the equilibrium. So what particularly in this such type of the problem, what we are supposed to do is basically if you see the diagram, we will have a particular beam or any kind of the member, and it might be connected with any of the strings, or it might be a supported one where reactive forces are acting, and one another force will be given, and we have to calculate either this unknown forces whichever may be present over here. So just come and see how to solve the problem. So write down the problem, that is a beam of weight 60 kilonewton. The self weight of the beam is given, which is nothing but 60 kilonewton, which is held in position as shown in figure. Find the reactions at A and tension in the stream. So what we are supposed to do is that we have to find out the reaction at this point, and obviously as we know that here the tension, that is T, will be there. So we have to find out reactions at A, that is nothing but RA, and the tension, that is nothing but T, that we have to find out in this particular problem. When we are having any kind of the problem, just draw down its figure, which is shown over here right now. So we have already drawn the figure. So like this we have drawn our figure, so which is given along with the all required data. Okay, so you can see that this beam is inclined at 30 degree along with the horizontal. The beam is having AB beam is having 4 meter long or 4 meter length, which is having 60 kilonewton weight. Okay, so generally if you go on calculating this particular thing, so what will be there? Obviously, the vertical, whatever we are supposed to solve the problem. So we have to just create one diagram, that is free body diagram, either we can say that. So what we have to do is that just I will explain over here, and in next slide we can see how to just prepare free body diagram. Okay, so simply this will be the W, right, which is vertically downward, because you know that the weight or the weight of any body will act towards the downward, because due to a gravitational force, right? So now coming to the next point, if you are having something like this, so what we are supposed to do is that we have to make this and this, and your resultant force will have to work like this, right, which will be at 90 degree from this place. Now again for this tree we have to show the tension, that is T, which is 90 degree to this particular location. If I draw a particular diagram, so if I draw vertical, so you can just come to know that this is what 30 degree angle, right, according to the diagram. So let's see what are the things. Mention all the forces that are reactive and active. Obviously we have mentioned all the reactive forces, that is Ra and T. These are nothing but the reactive forces. Okay, so Ra will be the reactive, and T, tension, will be reactive force, and active force, which is nothing but W. Okay, no any other loads are being provided or acting on this beam, and that's why okay, doesn't matter about the loads whichever required, because in this problem no any further loading are mentioned, so only W will be acting as active force. and we have resolved this all the four face perpendicularly. Okay, so as I already told you that the RA is nothing but, you can see over here that we have shown this is a RA over here. Then you can say that this is 30-degree inclination. This is RA sine alpha, and over here it is RA cos alpha, right? So again for W, if it is a 60-degree inclination, so W cos 60 and W sin 60 resolution. As we have studied already in the problems, how to calculate these values, how to resolve these forces into two perpendicular forces. So we know that when you are having a force along with its inclination, so just simply make force into cos of alpha, or cos of that particular angle, that is 60, and along with which angle is not provided, make it as sine of that angle, W sine of that angle. So we have just resolved these force. So we have come along with the two components, because see over here what we have did, we have simply converted all the forces in the two perpendicular direction, which is in line with the beam and another with the perpendicular to the beam. Okay, so now you can just see over here that we have two different things. What we are having, this is alpha, we can say it is alpha. Okay, over here I will say that this is alpha, and for example say that this is nothing but RA, reaction value, what I was telling you. As we don't have any of the clue right now, so what we are supposed to do is that we have to convert this RA force onto the both perpendicular faces. So if you are knowing that this is alpha, this is RA, so RA cos alpha must be taken on this axis and RA sin alpha on this axis. Again, same as we have already seen that W is shown like this. So this W, can anyone just guess that why this 60 degrees over here? Because this angle, because we know that this angle, okay, this angle is how much? This will be a 30 degrees. So if it is 30 degree, so if I draw a line per parallel to this, over here the angle will be 30 degree and remaining angle will be 60 degrees. So that's why this particular angle has came as a 60-degree inclination. So now as we know that again the angle is 60 degrees, so obviously it will be a W cos 60 and W sin 60. Obviously we know that the value of W is equal to how much? W is equal to 60 kilonewton, right? So that is the value. Again we are not having, or we don't have the value of T, we are not having value of RA, so that is supposed to be calculated. Okay, so we just supposed to draw the points. Okay, here RA sin alpha. So what I am going to do is that I am just simply writing down all the components whatever required on this, right? So and the last one is nothing but T. So what we are having, whenever we are solving the problems, at that time keep remember that you should have a summation fx is equal to 0 and summation fy is equals to 0. So by using these two conditions we can find out the values. So either we will find out the values or either we will have a formula. So just write down that considering, so what we will do, considering summation fx is equal to 0. So therefore summation fx is equal to So if I wanted to find out the summation effect, so what I'm going to do is that I have to find out how many forces are acting on the x direction. Okay, so the x direction of the beam is nothing but horizontal direction. So two different values I'm having. What is that? So Ra cos of alpha, so it will be going on right side, so it will be a plus, and this will be W cos of 60. Okay, instead of this we have 60. Okay, so cos 60, again we can say that Ra cos of alpha minus 60 cos of 60. So just find out these values, and after finding out this value, what we are going to do is that okay, I will just solve these particular values, and will tell you what are the answers. So 60 cos of 60, that will gives me the answer of 30. Okay, so I will have, as we know that summation fx is 0, so I will write down 0 is equal to Ra cos alpha minus 60 cos 60. As we don't have value of alpha and Ra, so these both will be the unknown values over here. So what I will do is that now just write down Ra cos of alpha is equals to 60 cos of 60, or either instead of 60 cos of 60 you can write down the answer, which is nothing but 30, and say this is equation 1. Okay, because we are interested to just find out the value related to this A and alpha, is it right? So this is nothing but equation 1. Hope you have understood that this is our equation, that is nothing but Ra. So I will write down over here, just simply I will, okay, I will write, change the color code, and I will write down the equation. My equation 1 is Ra cos of alpha is equal to 30, right? So this will be my equation. Now next, coming to the next point, I will just remove this one because I don't want it over here right now, because I have come up along with the equation. So I will remove it. Okay, so now again come to the next point, which is nothing but consider the summation fy is equal to 0. So what is summation fy? So just come across the all values related to the vertical direction. So what will be the formula? So plus, because upward signs value is plus, Ra sine of alpha minus W sine of 60, and again plus T. So therefore again Ra sine of x minus 60 sine 60 plus T. So again solve the problem. This will be 0 is equals to Ra sin x minus 51.96 plus T. So this will be the second one. Okay, so we have got this particular second equation, right? So right now we don't have the value of the t, because we are having near about 1, 2, and 3, that is unknowns. And you know that we can only find out the values only if there is one unknown, or rather two unknowns. Okay, so in this case we are having three different unknowns, and that's why we cannot find out the value. Okay, let us see how to calculate the value of t now, because instead we not get the value of t, till that we cannot solve the problem, and that's why let's see how to solve this problem related to the. Okay, so second particular content, we are having formula like Ra sin alpha is equals to 51.96 minus t. This is value of t. Okay, so we will just erase these all the contents that we have seen earlier, and we will see how to calculate t now. While calculating the problems related to the equilibrium, we know that three different things we are having along with us. And what is that? The one is summation fx is equal to 0, summation fy is equals to 0, and the last one, that is moment, the summation of the moment at any point, say A, is equals to 0, right? So the moment at point A is equals to 0. So now just consider the horizontal forces at point this, and calculate the moment about point A. Okay, I will say that this is point A. So for this concern, we will have the distance. This is a 4-meter distance from this to this. As we know that the load, whatever applied, that is being at center of the body, so it will be 2 meter. So how to calculate the bending moment? So just simply write down moment at point A, that is equal to, calculate the moment. How to calculate the moment? So just take down first of all T into the dimension, perpendicular dimension into the forces, that will comes as a moment. So in which direction this force is applying? So just mark over here that it is nothing but anti-clockwise. So it will be minus 1. Minus, write down t into 4. Okay, so this will be the value, minus t into 4. Then this w sine 60. Okay, so from this to this is a 2-meter space, and this is value as w sine 60, and this will be acting like this. How to check out this? Just keep a thumb on this point A, keep another point at point this loading, and just rotate your another finger in the direction of the arrow. So what will have, you will get a direction of the moment, so it will become a positive, that is clockwise moment. So that's why I will write down this as a plus w sine 60 into 2. So what is this? This is minus 40 plus w sine 60, that is nothing but 60 sine 60 into 2. So what is formula, or what is the value of 60 sine 60 that I am supposed to calculate? 60 sine 60 is the value nothing but 51.96, right? So I will just write down over here that the rather you can say this is equals to 0. So take out this minus 40 value on left hand side. So minus 40 is equals to, is equals to 60 sine 60, that is nothing but 51.96. Okay, so 51.96 multiplied by 2, this will be the value. So this will becomes, sorry, this will becomes a t, because we have taken this minus towards left, so it will become positive. So I will keep this as a t and make calculation of 51.96 into 2. So 51.96 into 2 will gives me the value of 103 103.92, right? So divided by the value which came from this 4 will go on denominator, which will be equals to divided by 4, which gives me the value of 25.98. So this t is equals to what? I will write down over here, t is equals to 25.98, right? So what you are supposed to do now, you have to put this value over here in equation 2 and have to find out a particular value of sine or a sine alpha, how much you are getting. So I will just delete this all. Hope you have got this formula and these particular steps. If you are not getting it, you can just stop the video and can again rewind and just get it how this calculation I have done, because the problem whichever we are solving, that requires much time, and that's why I will just keeping in moving forward. Okay, so just come, put value of t in equation number 2. So therefore Ra sine alpha is equal to 51.96 minus 25.98. Over here, instead of this t, I have mentioned the value. Okay. So what we will get? We will get another value, that is Ra sine alpha is equals to, if you go on 50, deducting 51.96 minus 25.98, so we will get a value of 25.98 over here, and which we will get an equation number 3. So once when we are having two equations, which is nothing but the one we are having over here, which is nothing but Ra cos alpha, and the second one we are having over here, that is nothing but Ra sin alpha. So by using these two, we are going to find out the value of alpha. Over here we can see that. So okay, what we are going to do, we are going to use this both the formulas. So let's see how to find out the value of alpha by using equation number 2 and equation number 3 in this case. So just by using, I will write down, by using equation number 1 and 3, calculating alpha. Therefore, for calculating alpha, what we are going to do is that we are going to use these two conditions, sine alpha divided by cos alpha. So I will write down that Ra sine alpha divided by Ra cos alpha, which is equals to, write down the formula for Ra sin alpha, that is nothing but 25.98, right? So 25.98 divided by 30. So just go through this problem properly and just see what conditions are happening over here. So what will be there? Ra will get cancelled. This sine alpha divided by cos alpha will gives me the value of tan alpha, that is equals to 25.98 divided by 30 will gives me the answer of 0.866. And you know that if I wanted to find out value of alpha, it will become tan inverse of 0.866, which will be equals to tan inverse of tan inverse of 0.866, which will gives me the answer of 40.89 degree. So I have got the value of, I will write down over here, alpha is equals to 40.89 degree. As we have got the value of alpha, can we calculate now the value of Ra? Obviously, we can calculate the value of Ra. Just put down the value of these particular conditions or the value of alpha in equation number 1. Okay, so just write down over here now. Just putting the value of alpha, put value of alpha in equation number 1. Therefore, Ra cos of 40.89 is equal to 30. So this is my equation number 1. So after calculating this, you will get a formula is equal to Ra is equals to 30 divided by cos of 40.89, that is equals to 30 divided by cos of 40.89 is nothing but 0.755. So this is 0.755 and this is 30. So your value of Ra will be equals to 30 divided by 0.755. So it will be nothing but 39.73 kilonewton. So this is the final answer. So what we have got, that you can just mark over here. After finishing all your problem, you can just highlight what you have calculated. So what you have calculated the value of Ra, which is nothing but 39.73 kilonewton. Then you have calculated T, that is nothing but 25.98 kilonewton, and you have calculated the formula or value of alpha, that is nothing but 40.89 degree, and this much is the required answer. You can just make a block for this answer. So this will be the final answer. Okay, so hope you have understood this problem. If any of the queries are there, or uh, if you are not getting exactly the speed of the question, so you can just stop and rewind the question and get it again and again. Obviously, I do have a confidence that you are going to get the proper understanding that how to calculate stepwise such a kind of the problems. Thank you very much.